Okay. I'm gonna start us off. All right. We're gonna treat this like it's our first time playing. We can answer a series of questions about the type of vampire you'd like to play and allow the game to create our character. We're totally gonna do that. Would you like your character to be male or female? I'm male. All right. You're in a convenience store, looking through the beer freezer, when all of a sudden a man walks up and pulls a gun out on the cashier. Do you 1. Sneak up behind him, disarm him, and proceed to beat him senseless? Quietly make your way to the bathroom and lock yourself in. Beat him up? We sneak up behind him, disarm him, and proceed to beat him senseless. You ain't fucking with my Ock. A bouncer at the opening of an exclusive nightclub won't let you inside the party with all the beautiful people. Do you 1. Convince him you work for the director, who you know, and you'll bring him with you next time? Let me put my glasses on. I can't read shit. Hide out by the back exit, wait for somebody to leave, and then slip in undetected? Everyone's got their price, and it's worth it to get to know those kind of people inside. So my options are lying to him, hide out back and wait for somebody to leave and sneak in, or bribe him. Realistically, I would just lie to him. I would totally just lie to him. Like, bro, I know the director, dog. I heard you don't mess with my Ock, and I had to look and see if there's actually what it said. I'm like, ain't no way. This was made in 04. It's late. You're at the red spot waiting for your microwave burrito to heat up. There are 3 arcade games to waste some time on. Which one do you play? The fighting game. I pull off a triple flash uppercut and finish her every time. That beat 'em up where you can pick up the bat and whoop the hordes of generic thugs. That sniper game with the realistic gun for a controller. I picked the fighting game for sure. While in the club, you spot your ex-roommate who skipped out after taking your stuff and leaving with your stack of bills. He looks dead drunk. Do you 1. Grab him by the head and repeatedly bash his face into the bar? Call the cops. See you in court, buddy. He skipped out on he stole shit from me? Smash that face? Yo, Kami, you are violent. I feel like realistically, like if it's a legal issue, I'd take it as to court. I'm taking him to court. I'm too old to go to jail. You're at a nightclub having a damn good time when you realize that you're out of money. No cash, no fun. Do you seduce somebody and then have them pay for your drinks? That's a viable option, ladies. Time it just right so you can snatch a bottle when the bartender isn't looking. Nah, I'm not doing that. That's some bum shit. Go home and read or listen to music. Something else more intellectually stimulating than wasting a life in a lame club. I mean, if I could risk somebody up and have them pay for my drinks, you know, I'm gonna risk them up, bro. Being a night person, which I'm not, you watch a lot of late night TV shows. 3 movies are on. Which one do you watch? I'm not watching a horror movie. Fist of the Monkey King, a wire fu film that has a scene where Wu beats up 20 armed men with his bare hands. I'd probably watch that. Sword of the Bushi, Japanese film where a lone samurai cuts a path through a gang of Yakuza. Maybe. Sergeant Murderstein 3. The cop that doesn't play by the rules takes on a drug cartel that kidnapped his daughter with only his trusty 44 to back him up. Isn't that Taken starring Liam Neeson? I might watch Taken starring Liam Neeson. So a simple Wukong movie, Japanese swordsman movie, or Taken 3, or how many Takens were there? There were a lot. How many times does this dude's daughter get kidnapped? I'm not gonna lie, if your daughter gets kidnapped more than twice, bro, she might be in the wrong circles. I'm going with the first one. You're stuck in traffic after a concert and the guy behind you's laying on the horn. Your friends are in the car urging you to park the car and help them stick the dude's horn somewhere uncomfortable. Do I get out the car, pull the guy out the car, and put him into the hospital? Talk your friends down, you don't need a lawsuit or jail time. Realistically, I am the most sensible. Like, I don't really let peer pressure dictate what I do. If my friends are acting like apes, I'm going to be the one telling them not to. I got big homie energy. The world's a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? I live alone. I don't need others. Just me, my dog, and the hell with the rest. When you're as talented and attractive as I am, the world is your plaything. I mean, that's textbook narcissism, right? I think I'm gonna go with number 2. All right, it picked Toreador. You have been embraced by the Toreador clan, known as artists, visionaries, and members of high society. Toreadors are a great connection with the mortal world through art and entertainment. Masters of communication and social skills, Toreadors fit right into the mortals who adore them. That makes sense. So, if you can't tell, this test was kind of just to figure out what clan you belong to. If you showed certain tendencies, you would be more likely to get a different clan. And I will say, having a different clan does impact your gameplay because you have access to different amounts of skills. So one thing that's interesting about me showcasing this game, a lot of you might not know this, your experience will be completely different from the jump from mine. So if you are ever interested in playing this game, because I know a lot of you fuckers don't like RPGs because you have codependency, but that's okay. They're great. So if you ever pick up this game on a Steam sale, because it's from 2004, you could get it for like $4, bro. And you can at least get like 40 hours of content from it. You can get a completely different clan. You can actually skip the whole test and just go to your character sheet. Those are options. All right. And this is what my character sheet looks like after the test. So you can see there's different stats like strength, dexterity, stamina, charisma, manipulation, appearance, perception, wits, investigation, scholarship, firearms, melee, security, stealth, brawl, dodge, intimidation, and subterfuge. Alrighty. And we also have feats on the right. So I'm going to let this go through because I know what all this is. So your feats on the side, these are going to be things that you're going to pick up as you actually do things. Like haggling, persuasion, seduction. At the bottom, we have our abilities. We have access to Auspex, powerful vampire abilities. Auspex enhance your mental faculties and allow you to see auras of those around you. All levels of Auspex cost 1 blood point per activation. Auspex level 2 adds a point to wits, 1 point to perception, reveals auras of living and undead with a modest distance, lasts 24 seconds per activation. So Auspex, if you can't tell, it's a buff. So whenever you use this ability, you get an additional point to wits and perception. At every level, you get an additional point. And it also reveals nearby living and dead targets. It's pretty much just like Twisted Fate ult. It's Twisted Fate ult, essentially. That also gives you wit and perception. And as you can see, the duration increases as you put more blood points into it. So max level, it has a tremendous distance of vision, and it lasts 34 seconds per activation. But it also gives you 3 points of wits and perception. I'm not going to lie, I don't think it's that useful. I'm probably not going to be putting too many points into it. Celerity is more interesting. Vampiric preternatural speed. The world will seem slow while you remain unaffected. All but the first level of celerity are obvious supernatural acts, and using them in a safe area is considered a violation of the Masquerade. So if you upgrade your celerity past a certain point and a mortal witnesses you using it, it's considered a Masquerade violation. If you look to the top right, I'm going to disable chat for a moment. Actually, just I actually don't feel like removing chat. On the top right, there's a bunch of Masquerade faces. Every time you do something that violates the Masquerade, you'll remove a face. There's also a humanity bar at the top. That's important too. The more you lose your humanity, the closer you get to the beast. So whenever you get blood starved, you go in a frenzy and you just start attacking people. So that can lead to you dying, sucking somebody's blood in public, just doing complete Masquerade violations that will result in your true death. Alrighty, and presence. The dread of presence of the vampire can strike a mortal fear into the hearts of his opponents, reduces enemies' effectiveness in combat. All levels of presence cost 1 blood per activation. Presence carries no risk of violating the Masquerade. So that seems pretty sick. Larger radius, victims suffer 10% chance to be mesmerized, -2 penalty to strength, wits, and perception. Reduced rate of attack, lasts 16 seconds per activation. It looks like this might be our way to go. So this seems like a debuff, and I like that it doesn't violate our Masquerade. So we don't have any blood points. We're gonna name ourselves Ogre-kun. I'm your sweet little Ogre-kun. And we have no remaining points, so that's fine. All right, we made it through. Now let's watch this badass opening scene.
I want to show you something.
This is the grossest apartment ever, dude. Look how dirty that mattress is. Ew. This is the day you became a vampire.
Good evening. My fellow kindred, my apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child. It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I consider...
Yeah, I have that too.
...a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood. Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most children are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that
This is bullshit!
if Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost.
I think it's just for that scene we're having that little audio thing. I don't know if he's supposed to be projecting his voice or it's just the echo that it's supposed to be. But yeah, the person who sired us just got killed. You could see from their little skeleton getting shown with that little orange. That's true death right there. We're going to spend this whole game just trying to avoid that happening to us. Now, what am I waiting on? What's happening here? Okay.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Yeah, that's LaCroix. Nobody likes LaCroix. So he's kind of like you're already kind of in a gang. The moment you're born as a vampire in this game, you're already kind of born into like a vampire gang. Imagine him being the gang leader. A lot of people don't like him, but he's in charge.
What a scene, man. Hoo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, you know, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
I think that's the voice actor of Jake the dog. Who are you? Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
Okay, I could use the help.
Alright. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least. You know, could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
No, I haven't had a drink.
Oh man, we're popping a cherry here.
Have a good update day.
Alright, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, plus your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready though, cause hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
What do I do?
Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car. Alright. You go down there casually, like, you creep up on him, you bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Won't he become a vampire then?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? Might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
Alright, this is a very well done tutorial on how to play the game. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Now, this is Jack. He's of Clan Bruja. You saw that the prince just threw us out onto the street and gave us a job. He said go to Santa Monica. Jack, the first person who we meet aside from the prince, is actually telling us, hey, this is how you go and drink blood. Jack is kind of the goat. He said, hey, there's a hobo over here. You can go and drink blood from this guy. And he says, as hard as it is to resist, don't kill him. So now we're gonna drink his blood. We're gonna get quite a bit from this guy because he's healthy. It looks like he's wearing a suit. And as you can see, our blood gauge is going up. So we have a full gauge off of that, and we did not kill him. So we don't have a Masquerade violation. We don't have a humanity violation. Awesome. As a Toreador 2, we do start in our character sheet with a higher humanity than most clans because we're connected to our humanity. If you're a Gangrel or I think Nosferatu, you start with a lower humanity, I believe.
Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feel that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
I don't know how I feel about it, but it does feel good.
Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Like what?
like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. French benefits for joining the club.
So I'm gonna live forever?
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross? Shove it right up their ass. A steak? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire? That's real trouble. Sunlight? Well, you catch the sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Alright, that's important because at the beginning of the game, you might remember they came into our room with stakes. They threw a stake at my sire's heart and that paralyzed them. And then they personally jammed one in my heart and that kind of stops your movement. So eventually throughout the game, you'll see vampire hunters and other vampires who just doesn't have... If you want to incapacitate a vampire, stake through the heart, that'll paralyze them and won't kill them. You catch a sunrise, you'll die immediately, true death. And fire hurts like a motherfucker. And shotguns suck. Very good tutorial.
Okay, now. The fuck is this?
Alright, we're gonna make our way through here. Ugh, janky platforming. Nice job, Activision. Alright, what's this? Give me that. I need this to lockpick stuff. Now, oh, there's a room over here.
Come down here. Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabbat raid. The Sabbat, they're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabbat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, right? The Sabbat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell, put a little heat on the new prince.
What's the prince? A prince? Oh.
No time for political rundown. Got one, get out of here alive. Sabbat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
What am I supposed to do?
Shh. Heads up. Back away.
Oh nah, I'm just never even getting near that.
Alright, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
I'm on it. Alright, so a couple things that are important about that whole scene. The Sabbat are also vampires. They look a little different, right? But their processes make us look like the... Have you ever heard a comparison of Banana Republic to like a Marshalls or something, bro? Like, yeah, it's like Waffle House and IHOP. It's completely different. Like, you completely got the IHOP experience of becoming a vampire. Being a Sabbat vampire is literally Waffle House, dog. It's not even the same. They're blooded in mass droves. You have no idea you're a vampire. You're blood starved and you're just like sent out to fight. Oh shit, I forgot how to lockpick. I did not mean to use my auspex either. Okay. You right click to use vampire abilities too. I gotta wait for auspex to run out. I gotta remember, which one am I putting points into? I think I'm putting points into presents. Alright, we gotta have presents at the ready. The funny thing is, Jack just goes through the fucking window anyway. He just has you lockpick the lockpick. How do you switch perspective again? There's a couple things I want to do. I want to have subtitles on for you guys, if that's an option. Subtitles. Yeah. Gotta have subtitles on. I'd be forgetting. And I need controls. Change perspective. Huh, why don't I see it? Third person. Z. Okay. For Gucci.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
I had my moments.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those Sabat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Wait, I've still got a list of people from high school. Why not?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
Ah, I get it.
Keep our secret secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
What do you mean? What could happen?
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla. They make a tidy business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
I see.
Alright, now don't worry, because I know the area a little, and you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Okay, but what does that mean exactly?
You do what you gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So look around here. We gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I'll find it. Alright, so now we know why our sire got killed. The Camarilla are policing vampire creation. You notice when he was on that stage, the prince said, I didn't give permission. Yep, you gotta ask the prince for permission to make a new vampire. The password is chop shop. It won't always be written easily like that for you. Sometimes you gotta search for it or use hacking skills to guess the password. So we're gonna go to safe. Oh, safe. Chop shop. And we're gonna go unlock. And do we have any other commands here? No, we do not. Get out of here. So the safe should be open. And we got a key card.
There we go. Now take that key card and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Got it. Right here. Wait, no. This is incorrect. Right here. That'll happen. Ah! Well, you just saw celerity in use. And we just got shot the fuck up.